arrested for what, spraying neighbors with a portable bidet.
That's disgusting. And then, okay, the logistics of a portable bidet.
I love that the camera's open.
Okay, live. Go live. Come on. Go live. All right, live. All right, we're about ready to roll. All right. Ooh, no. No. Ooh, that looks horrible. All right. Who do we have in the house tonight? Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk. Joe G. Diecast. Okay. Talwan. Okay. X-Ram. Good evening. Buckmaster. Okay. Stu Vo. Okay. Man's Chillin'. Jury. Debbie Mason. DCB. Cayman. What do we have over here? Hold on. Okay, Felix, how you doing, Felix? Carson, Chris, Forever Bappin, Forever Bappin. Okay. Swerve, all right. Swervery Ray Throw. Okay, Swerve Ray Throw. Okay, Andy, Chino, Turtle Joe, Lenny, Nick, $1 Million, Frank, Theta Burn, Patrick Kraft, Joe. Okay, Peter Noel, Eagle 18, 312 Rolls Royce. Oh, Rolly. Jenny, what's happening, Jenny? Sridun. Okay, Sridun. Carolyn, hi. Wait a minute. No, yep, Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Can I get a shout out? There you go, Carolyn. You just got one. Rob Muse, how you doing today? Who do we have down here? Michael Corey. How's it going there, Mike? Andrew Bridle, good evening. Tom Henry, Garrett, JP, Robert, Baza, Fisherman, Jay Grimm, Journey Rocks, 007. Okay. Venice Hall, Danny, Jack, Rams, Rich Rosales, Sean and Allie, Felipe, Dwight, Andy, Rams, favorite 3 stocks, Macy's, Nordstrom's, and Kohl's. Anthony Robert, how you doing? NZ Hog. NH Hog. Oh, New Hampshire Zog. Okay. Smokey. Okay. Stella Caesar. Okay, Stella Caesar. Absolence. The musical. Okay. Velo Chat. Theta Burn. Hey, James, I'm part of your exclusive morning group. Cool beans. Nice to see you. Melissa Conley, Pam, CA all day. Okay. Rams clips. That's satire, right? I'm not quite sure, but it is what it is. All right. I think I said hi to everybody that's here so far. Good evening. Like I said, my name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Now, what I'm looking for is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Yes, I know, 1% a week does come to more than 50% per year. Desi, what's happening? Okay, so that being said, let's get the ball rolling and let's get to moving. I'm kind of curious, how do you guys log in on 2 different TikTok channels? It's weird. 2 TikTok channels and you're logged into both of them. That's cool. Melissa, Desi, Mr. Ed, a horses, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course, unless, of course, it is the horse of the famous Mr. Ed. Woo! I can't believe I still know that. Nick, Mr. Ed, Sind Karma, Zipper 87, Bowl Legs, Alex Weed, how you doing? Kyle. All right, that's me, Mr. Ed. Way to go. Ogre. Okay. Pandilic Pig, Grouchy 47, Spence Maintenance, BP, Nick Arbor, Crypto Hacks, All righty, Nick. All right, so all that being said, let's get the ball rolling. Now, I'm going to be asking you guys for some stocks that you like, and I'm going to run them through the mill and see how they look. But you got to remember where I'm coming from. Okay, I'm 62 years old. 62. That means I'm retired. Mr. Ed, SPY. Oh my goodness, I can't believe somebody wants to start out with SPY. Hold on, Mr. Ed, we'll take a look at that in a minute. You're not going to like what I have to say about it. Nobody who invests in SPY actually enjoys looking at facts. We're going to take a look at it in a minute. Anthony, Intel. We're going to take a look at Intel in a little bit, but at this moment in time, Mr. Ed wants to take a look at SPY. Now, Mr. Ed, I'm kind of curious. Why the hell would you want to put your money into SPY? I'm curious. Why? Why would you want to invest in SPY? Koopa Troopa, what's going on? Dividend. Yeah, Ed, I got something really sad for you, okay? You're not going to like this, Mr. Ed. Check this out. Okay, we're going to look at SPY, just for Mr. Ed. Are you ready, Mr. Ed? Here we go. Mr. Ed, State Street SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust SPY. Right there, SPY. It is going for $680 per share. Okay, hold on, Journey fan. We're going to take a look at SPY. Yeah, that's it right there. SPY. Okay, $680 per share. Now, what we're going to look at is what's called historical data. Mr. Ed, historical data looks like this. March 3rd, that was today. March 2nd, that was yesterday. February 27th, that was Friday. February 26th, Thursday. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, so on and so forth. Okay? So we're looking at every single payment that SPY has. Now, what I'm looking for specifically, Mr. Ed, and you're not going to like it, is the dividends from SPY. Here we go, historical prices. Dividends only, that's the only thing I want to see. Now, Mr. Ed, I want to see all the dividends in the last 2 decades. That's 20 years. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Maximum amount of dividends. Let's see them all. Let's see how wonderful SPY is. Okay, now we're going to go back 20 years. 2 decades. 20 years. Are you ready? 2006. Here we come. And there it is right there, 2006. Right there. The very first dividend in 2006 was March 17th, 2006. So let's check out. Now, Mr. Ed, the dividend is a small portion of the profits that they give us. So as they're more profitable, the dividends go higher and higher. And when they're not profitable, Mr. Ed, the dividends drop. Okay, so you get that? As the more what kind of wash, sale, loss strategy that goes with this strategy? Hey, Nick, how are you doing today? Thank you for that little vote of confidence there, Mr. Nick. Anyway, as I was saying, as the company or the entity, SPY, is profitable, the dividends will increase. But when SPY stops being more profitable, they start to decrease. Okay, it's simple. Increase means they're profitable. Decrease means they're losing money. That's basically what it means. Okay? I don't paint any, pretty pictures or anything. So, Mr. Ed, you ready? Check this out. 2006, the very first dividend in 2006 was 51 cents. Okay, 51. 55, that's higher. 57, that's higher. 79, we're on a roll. That's awesome. 55, hold hold on, time out. It went from 79 and it dropped to 55. That's 24-cent drop. 24-cent drop on a 79, that's almost 20%. Mr. Ed, did you see that? December 26th, 79.3. March 16th, 55.1. That's a 20% drop, Mr. Ed. But hold on. It actually gets worse. It really does. Watch this. All right, 70 and 51, that's down. 65, up. 71, up. 77, up. 64, down. That's twice. 69, higher, 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 lower 3 times, lower 4 times. Hold on. It gets worse. We're only on 2009. Okay. 71. Okay. Lower, 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 higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher. Do you see this? So far, it's went down 7 times. So from 2006 to 2012, SPY dropped 7 times. But hold on, we still got more time to go. All right, 2012, here we go. 77, 102, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, 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 lower, higher. Do you see what we're doing here? It's going up, it's going down. It's going up, it's going down. It's going up, it's going down. It's not consistently profitable. But hold on a second, Mr. Ed. Now, I'm not going to go all the way to, because we're here at 2016. Okay, this thing goes up, down, all over the place. I'm not going to go all the way to this year, last year. Thank you, George. It's so boring. Have a good nice night, George. So it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. I don't like SPY, but hold on a second. It actually gets worse, Mr. Ed. Sit tight. Now, what we're going to do now, Mr. Ed, we're going to go take a look at the summary. Now, the summary is going to give us the information that we're looking for. Okay, you ready? Hold on. Here we go. We're back at State Street, SPY, right there. This is what I want you to see. Mr. Ed, are you ready? The yield, $678 per share. Look at the yield, Mr. Ed. 1.05. That's for the year. Now, you think dividends are great for SPY. It pays 1.05 for the year. 1.05. Okay, now what I'm showing you is 1% every single week. Okay, huge difference between 1% a week and 1.05% for the year. I don't do SPY, it's not consistently profitable. Now sit tight for a second. Let me show you what consistency of profitability is supposed to look like. Okay. Dividends, all the dividends. Let's take a look at. You ready, Mr. Ed? Check this out. Well, 20 years ago, here we go. 2006. Are you ready? This is what consistency of profitability should look like. Okay? 2006, 9. 2007, 10. 2008, 11. 2009, 13. 16. 20, 23. 28, 31, 36. 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83, 91. Now, did you notice every single year for 20 years, 2 decades, the profits of this company went higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. You say you want to invest for dividends. Well, why would you invest in a company or an entity, SPY, that's not consistently profitable? Boggles my mind. George RBX1. Thank you there, Mr. George. I'm glad you're finding it entertaining. All right, next. So sorry, Mr. Ed, I don't like SPY. The numbers just don't work for me. Something about 1% a year just doesn't thrill me. All right, Shop Panda, Kevin Papa, Toddster, Conehead. Well, I haven't heard that name in a while. And Jamarca. Okay. Richard Scannion, back again, Mr. Richard. How are you today? Dark Samurai, Matrix, Chad Carrion, Johan, Passport Eric, back again. Eric, how you doing? Need to add the I at the end. Oh, you really think that's going to make a difference? SPYI. Let's check it out. Last 20 years for SPYI. Oh, wait a second. Time out, time out. Mr. Ed, you do realize that this thing, first dividend was in 2022. That was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. You're investing in a company that's 4 years old. Okay, when I say consistency of profitability, I mean 2 decades. That's 10 years, not 6, not 4, sorry, 4 years. Yeah, no, thank you. Tariff dip was best last year, tag 700. Tough times for now. Say, Journey fan, I don't know what you're saying. All right, let's do this. Okay. Okay, how the hell do you do this? Okay, I can't do it. Anyway, besides the point. All right, so terribly sorry, dude. Just don't like it. It's just not there for me. The numbers just don't look good. All righty. More viewers. SPY pays dividends. Yes, it does. Journey fan, thank you. Taylor, thank you. SPYI doesn't make any difference. SPY has been around for over 20 years. SPYI has only been around for 4 years. Sorry, 4 years just doesn't work for me. Okay. That works. That works for me too. All right, being said. All right. What do we have over here? What do we have over here, over here, over here? You guys, everybody's just saying hi. Nobody wants to look at anything. All right, all right, all right. Wow. Fortune, Sign, Mink, Gustavo, Bird, Blued 420, Ekong, Notice, Raul, Justin, George. Okay, Harley. Okay, Panda Shop. Okay. All righty. Okay, Journey fan, thank you for that. Gen X, thank you. Follow the Live Creative, thank you for that. Floral, thank you for that. They're rolling the dice for dividends. Thank you, Journey fan. Kyra, thank you. You're breaking up. Oh no, anything but that. Love the shirt, but why blue? Uh-oh. That better? I got a dozen of these things, dude. All right. Clow wants to take a look at AT&T. Oh, there we go. Diego, thank you. That works. All right. Ventura Global. Okay, Drew, you got to give me the ticker symbol. Clow wants to take a look at AT&T. So let's go take a look at AT&T and see what it looks like. There it is right there, AT&T. First thing I want to do is take a look at the 1-year chart. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, 28.67. Okay, 28.67. Closest one's going to be the 29. That's going for 15. I'm going to say no for this week. But let's take a look at next week. Because this week we only got 3 days left. It's very challenging to get 1% for the week with only 3 days. All right, so no to March 6th. Let's go to March 13th. There we go, and get rid of that. And we're still looking at the 29s, and the 29s are going for 36. That works. So let's take a look. Journey fan, the fluctuation in dividends like they roll the dice. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Should have been increasing steadily. I'm going to agree with you 100%. Your thoughts on VOO? Oh my goodness. Now, I understand you picking on SPYI, but VOO, dude, it's not even that much in better. Okay, hold on. VOO. Let's go take a look at the dividends for VOO. Okay, this one only goes back to 2010. Okay? 55, 52. Now explain to me why you think 55 to 52 is a good thing. It's actually going backwards. Okay? 53, 57, 58, 68, 57. Now it's down twice. 64, 68, 94, 67. Now it's down 3 times. Not consistent. It's an option fund. Yeah, I know exactly what it is, but it's still not consistently profitable. Now, don't get me wrong. I like profits. I do. Okay, I like profits. I like options. But if it's an option fund and it's going backwards and the yield is 1.05%, 1.05%, 1% for the year, why would you possibly, you know what? I can't even. So VOO, same thing. Look. Lower, higher, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower. That's 4 steps forward, 2 steps back. Okay, 73, 78. Okay. Higher, higher, lower. Higher, 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 lower. Higher, higher, lower. Lower, lower, higher, lower. See, this is almost as bad as the other one. It's not consistently increasing in profits. It's going backwards and backwards again and again. Okay, it just makes no sense to me. Okay? NVIDIA, oh my goodness. Metric Sparrow. Let's take a look at NVDI. NVDI, what the hell is that? NVDI. There is no such thing as NVDI. Okay? NVDI. No, there's no symbol NVDI. What do we have down here? Down here we have Mike Corey. How are you doing? Andrew, how are you? Okay, Drew wants to take a look at Venture Global. Okay, Venture Global. Let's check this out. That's a little too much of a bend. There we go. VG, Venture Global. VG, Venture Global. Here we go. Now, I'm going to say no to this one right off the bat. Now, the reason, what's your take on Uber? Hasn't been around long enough. They haven't put a foothold in the door yet. Means they haven't been around for 20 years yet. So why would I be looking at it? Now, you got to remember, I'm retired, which means I don't take unnecessary risk. Now, don't get me wrong. Uber was great. It jumped and it shot up through the roof. Wonderful. Awesome. Not for me. I'm looking for safety, simplicity, predictability, profitability. But safety, it's worth saying twice. Okay, so VG, high, low, was, is, look at it, down, up, and it shoots up. Look at that, that's a big jump. Now, what usually happens with big jumps? Okay, why are we looking at this? Seriously, think about it. Okay, Monday, she gaps up. And then today, she opens up way up here, pulls back. That thing's going to fill. No, thank you. All right, VG, no. Something edits this, 67, okay. Bumfar, okay, SPY is up 17% in the last year. Okay, but if you take a look at SPY over the last 2 decades, remember, I'm 62, okay? So I don't look at things 1 year at a time. I look at things in chunks of decades, 1 decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. I don't have the luxury of being wrong like you do. If you are under the age of 65, if you're not retired, you can take risks. You can go to work and you can put in extra hours. You can work extra time. When you're retired, it doesn't work the same way. So no, I don't do SPY because it's not consistent, profitable. There's 10,000. You know what? Let's check it out right now because we haven't really looked this week. Here we go. We're going to go take a look at a website called FinViz. Now, FinViz is a financial visualization website. And basically, it tells you a whole bunch of nice, neat, fun stuff about companies. But what am I looking for specifically? This number right there. That number right there tells me how many stocks are available to choose from. As of today, you ready? Right there. 10961. 10,961 different companies. Why would I pick something that doesn't fit? Why would I pick SPY if it keeps going down, up, down, up? No consistency in the profitability whatsoever, and SPY pays a 1.05% yield for the year. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, it just doesn't work. It's just not profitable for me. And yeah, I know it's up from last year, big deal, but it's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is consistency. Okay, when a stock goes up, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it goes down, that's not being consistent. Well, actually it is. It's consistently inconsistent. Not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for companies that are higher, and keep going for 2 decades. There's over 350 of them. VOO, we just looked at it, it's a hell no. Berkshire Hathaway, no, it's a monthly. I don't do monthlies. Okay, Metric Sparrow, NVDI doesn't, is that the NVDL or NVDI? Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. And NVDL, is that a stock symbol? NVDL? NVDL. Okay, Granite shares 2x NVDA ETF. Okay, it's an ETF. All right, look what it's doing. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look, down, up, down, sideways, 78.83. These 79s are going for 410. Let's see if they even pay dividends and are they consistently profitable. Okay, Metric Sparrow, let's check this out. NVDL. Okay, so let me see if I get this right. Metric Sparrow, you want me to invest in NVDL and it has one dividend. That's it right there. And that was December 27th, 2023, 3 years ago. That's it. One dividend 3 years ago. No, thank you. Derek Bros, B-R-O-S. Let's take a gander at it. B-R-O-S. Interesting. Here we go. Here's the high a year ago. We get a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, she drops, shoots back up, drops again, shoots back up, drops again. Now she's going up. Let's zoom into that. It's at 53 at the moment. What does it look like it's going to do for the next week or two? Okay, here's the last 30 days. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming down. Sorry, not this week. Drew Dank, Harley-Davidson, H-O-G. Now, I do have some Harley-Davidson, and I'm a little unhappy with it, but let's take a look. It's the top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down. What's going on now? It hit the bottom yesterday. Yesterday was the bottom of the year for Harley-Davidson. So let's take a look at Harley-Davidson. Number one, it's over 100 years old. Number two, it's at the bottom of the year. Now, you make money in the stock market buying low and selling high. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you cannot get any lower than the low of the year, and that was yesterday. You either like Harley-Davidson or you don't. Mr. Ed pays monthly over 12%. Okay, so you're saying, okay, hold on a second. Mr. Ed, you're still talking about SPYI? Hold on. SPYI. Okay. Now, Mr. Ed, I'm not 100% sure where you did your math. Really no idea. But here's the thing. February 2026, right there. 52-cent dividend. Okay. 52-cent dividend. Let's check it out. Okay, so the dividend's 52 cents, and the stock price is 51.69, and that comes to a grand total of 1%. Ed, I'm not quite sure how you do your math, but if the dividend is 52 cents, okay, right there, 52 cents, and the stock price is 51.69, you take the profit, the 52, and you divide it by the purchase price, 51.69. It comes to a whopping 1% per month. That's 12% per year. Not per month, per year. But what you're missing is the fact that this thing is only 4 years old. Now, don't get me wrong, you can invest in anything you want. But you're coming here and you're asking my opinion. Now, you got to understand where I'm coming from. I'm 62, which means I don't have the luxury of being wrong. And why would I take 1% per month? Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Yeah, that's right, 1% per month. Yeah. Okay, February 18th, 52. January 21st, 53. December 24th, 53. November 26th, 52. So on and so forth. 1%. That's 12% a year. Yeah. Why are dividends important when selling calls? Okay, Journey fan, dividends are not important when selling covered calls. Dividends are important to figure out, is the company consistently profitable? Now, you got two choices, okay? You had two choices. Choice number one, go directly to the dividends. If the dividends are increasing, the profits are increasing. If the dividends are decreasing, the profits are decreasing. Okay, a dividend is a portion of the company's profits they give back to the investors, and that's us. So if the dividends are decreasing, the profits are decreasing. It's actually that simple. So when I said you had two choices, okay? Choice number one, go directly to the dividends. Choice number two, go to the quarterly reports. Read 20 years of quarterly reports and annual reports and see, is the company consistently profitable year after year after year after year? You can do that. You can take a look at every single quarterly report for the last 20 years. Just to let you know, that's 80 reports. 80. 80 quarterly reports just to see if the company's consistently profitable. Or I can go right to the dividend. 51, 50, lower. 46, lower. 50.6, higher. 50.5, lower. 51, higher. 51.8, lower. Wait a minute, no, higher. 52.7, higher. 52.7, the same. 52.2, lower. 53.2, higher. 53.1, lower. 52.2, lower. The profits are going down, so do the dividends. It's actually that simple. Okay? You want to read the 20 years of quarterly reports? Be my guest. I have no desire. I'm going straight to the dividend. If it's increasing, so are the profits. It's actually that simple. If the profits are increasing, the dividends increase. It's just the way it is. Okay, yes, Mr. Ed, you're correct. Pays monthly, over 12% for the year. Not for the month, for the year. That's 1% per month, Mr. Ed. I'm looking at 1% per week. Now, if your math is correct, 1% per week is 52% per year, not 12. You want to invest at 12? Be my guest. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people like investing and getting 12% per year. I'm just not one of them. Let's keep on going. G, NVAX. What the heck is NVAX, G? Oh, so wait a minute. We're on Harley-Davidson. Let's finish up with Harley. So Harley-Davidson 30 days ago, we're here at 20 bucks. Shoots up to 21.50, drops down to 17. Now she's going back up again. It's at 18.49. Let's take a look at Harley-Davidson at 18.50. Because remember, you cannot get any lower than the low of the year, and that was yesterday. So let's take a look at Harley-Davidson for today, the 18.50. Now, Mr. Ed, check this out. Harley-Davidson's over 100 years old. Okay? Let's check out what their profitability would be if we did a covered call on them. It's at 18.49, so the 18.50 right there. One covered call, just so you can understand the numbers better. Here we go. Are you ready? Buy one covered call, Harley-Davidson, HOG. 13 March 26. That's next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. 18.50 call option. $61 is the profit, $1,700 is the investment. Let's see what the rate of return is. Okay, we take the profit, 61 bucks. We divide it by the investment, 1,789, and that comes to a grand total of, are you ready for this? Okay. 3.4% for 1 week. Actually, it's a week and a half. Okay? 3.4% for a week and a half. And you're getting excited about 1% a month. 3.4% for 1 week for Harley-Davidson. So you ask yourself the question, do I like Harley-Davidson? Does it make sense to me? Well, let's save this one. It's 3.4. And here we go. Let it pop up. Let's move these over this way. Those are from last week. Here we go, Harley-Davidson. There it is. Harley-Davidson, 13 March. The 1850 call option. 61's the profit. 1700 is the investment for a 3.4% for a week and a half. 3.4. Now you're doing 1% a week. I'm sorry, 1% a month. Well, good for you. I like 1% a week. This one's paying 3.4. $3.4. I like that one. Harley-Davidson. NVAX. Didn't we take a look at NVAX already? Well, let's take a look at NVAX. No idea who they are. No idea what they do. NVAX. Okay, Novavax. Never heard of them. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and see how often this thing has increased its profits. NVAX. Here we go. NVAX. No dividends whatsoever. Now, we looked, there's 10,961 different companies. This thing doesn't share any profits. So why would I invest in this thing? It's a serious question. What's so good about this if I have no idea if they're profitable or not? So now I got to go and waste my time to look at 20 years of quarterly reports or annual reports for this thing. I'd rather just stick to the companies that are consistently profitable that I know of. This one, no. Sorry, what do we have next? BRKB. Okay, BRKB. What is that? BRK.B. Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, here we go. Berkshire Hathaway. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's in a downturn now. If you really like it, give it a little bit of time. Okay, down, up, down. Where's it going next? It's looking for the bottom. It's not here yet. Okay, Mont Blanc. It's dropping. I don't grab a falling knife. I wait for it to hit the bottom and bounce back up again. Luger wants to take a look at Vale. V-A-L-E, Vale. I'm going to say no to this one too. Here's the reason why. Are you ready? Here's your top. Here's your bottom. It shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back at a big gap down here. We have no idea where the bottom is, number one. Number two, that gap there is going to turn around and refill, but we don't know when. If you really like it, just keep your eye on it. When it finds the bottom and turns around, that's the time to jump in. Cizoza, okay. Kuzo 4 wants to take a look at Walmart, WMT. Interesting. Let's take a gander. You ready? Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where we were. Here's where we are. Down, up, down, up. So it's a nice little retracement right here. Got your profit taken, your retracement. Now we're going to see where it's going to go. Here we go. Last 30 days. The high, the low. Look at it. Shoots up. Pull back. And here we go back up here. 128 is going for 244. Yeah, that's almost 2% if you like Walmart. Now, I love Walmart. And that's a perfect opportunity right there because it's bouncing off of that bottom. So the 128. Covered call. One contract, just so you know what one looks like, and you can do your, what do you call it? Your adjustments from there. Okay, one covered call Walmart, 13 March. That's next Friday. 128 call option, $259's the profit, $12,000 is the investment. Well, this stock is a little bit more pricey than the other ones we were looking at. So let's take a look. Calculator, $259's the profit. The investment is $12,541, and it gives me a grand total of 2% for 1 week. If you like, well, it's always going to come down to that. Do I like this? Okay, Bumfart, SPYI is up almost 17% in the year. And exactly what does that mean? Don't get me wrong. I know what 17% over last year was. I know what that means. But quarterly, monthly, is it consistently profitable? The thing could have dropped 50, 60% 2 years ago. Now it's up 17. Doesn't thrill me. Are they consistently profitable? Yes or no? No, it's not. Wingnut, PNR. Pentair. Is it Pentair or Palantir? See, PNR. We'll take a look at that one. Sit tight for a second. So Wally World. We're going to save this one at 2%. Why not? I like Wally World. Wally World, 2%. Come on. And here it is. Wally World. Walmart. 13 March. That's next Friday. The 128 call option. 259 is the profit. 12,541 is the investment. Okay? That's a 2% return. Think about it. If 1% every single week is 50% per year, 2% every single week has got to be at least 100% per year. It's just math. That's all it is. Hate it when it does that. All right. What are we looking at next? We like Walmart. Walmart's a good thing. Good thing, good thing. Wait for that thing to restart. Okay. $2% for Wally World. Next. Okay, we looked at that one. Wing. TMDE. What is that? TMDE. TMDE. TMD Energy Limited. No. Okay, now the reason, Wing, I'm saying no to this thing is it was $1 back in December. Actually, it was less than $1 back in December. There's no way possible this thing can have 2 decades of increased profits. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, Mile Blanc. We already looked at that. Mr. Ed, no SPYI. I'm going to agree with you. No SPYI. Freedom, EDT, ALPS, APS, APLS. Apellis Pharmaceutical. Who came up with this one? Freedom EDT. All right, Freedom EDT, March, April, July, October, January. I don't do monthlies. Again, monthlies, you're getting 12 to 24% a year. You want to do that? More power to you. Gee, we already looked at NVAX. It was a no. It was a no 10 minutes ago. Chris, I misheard. I got it. Thank you there, Chris. Okay, Kyra, what are my thoughts on Netflix? I like Netflix. I actually have some. NFLX. Even though they don't have any dividends, I still have it. Let's take a look. The high of the year, 135. The bottom, 75. That's almost a 50% drop. Almost a 50% drop. Now she's bouncing up. Okay, well, let's look at this right there. A high, a low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up. That right there is going to have some pullback. SPYI pays dividends monthly over 12%. No, Mr. Ed, they do not. Okay, they pay 1% per month, which is 12% a year. Okay, you like 12% a year, more power to you. I want 1% a week. That's 50% a year. Big difference, Mr. Ed. Big difference. You do 12% a year, I'll do 52. Okay? We'll just, call it what it is. You do the 12, I'll do 52. You have fun. Wingnut. Hello, James. Pentair. We'll take a look at Pentair in a minute. Okay, Netflix, last 30 days. Okay, here's our last 30 days. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, sideways. Big jump. Now we're here. Close to the 98. Well, for me, I wouldn't do this one. Now, I bought Netflix when it was down here. Now it's up here. So, yeah, I'm letting mine go because the profit's already there. I'm not going to hold on to it. It's probably not going to give me 1 or 2% next week, the week after. Because what goes up? Look, gap up, gap up. They have a tendency to fill. That baby's coming down. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be the next day. But it will come down eventually because that's what they do. They go up and they come down. That's it. So no to Netflix. Kyra, don't get me wrong. I like Netflix. I do. Lugar. Boo. B-O-O. Is that a stock? Okay. No, it's not. B-O-O is nothing. Oh, V-O-O. We already looked at V-O-O earlier. Okay. Kuza. We already looked at Walmart. BRK. We already looked at Berkshire Hathaway. Freckle Queen. Good evening. It's nice to see you. Carnival Cruise Line. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? The high and the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. It's coming down now, Freckle Queen. What are we going to do? Okay. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Look, she shoots up. Now she's coming down. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Carnival Cruise Line. It's just not this week. Now, it might find the bottom tomorrow or the next day. But the earliest I'd get into this thing would be next week. So I'm going to write that down for next week, Carnival Cruise Line. Okay, Carnival Cruise Line next week. Thank you, Freckle Queen. Henry Jason. James, I'm watching DIS for the next week. Let's check it out. Interesting. I see what you're looking at. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was last year. Here's where we are now. Down, up, down, up. Now she's coming down. So, yeah, keep your eye on it. As she continues to drop, see? Up, down, up, down, up, down. She continues to drop. That's where you jump in once it finds the bottom. Okay. Hey, Riley, how are you doing today? Where are we? Where are we? Okay, Freckle Queen. Okay, got that one. All right, Henry, we're looking at Disney right there. Mr. Ed, Journey fan, SPYI pays monthly. Thank you there, Mr. Ed. Mont Blanc, okay. No. Oscar's house. What's happening in Oscar's house? Mr. Ed wants to take a look at Coca-Cola. Why do you want to look at Coca-Cola? Okay, he's got the high right there. Now she's dropping. Okay, what were you expecting? Okay, 30 days ago, we're right here. Shoots up nicely. Now it's coming down. It's called profit taking, Mr. Ed. Okay, back in January, we're at 67. We jumped up to 82. Well, profit taken, there you go. How far is it going to drop until it's done? It's going to drop until it's done. Who knows where it's going to be? Okay, it went from 67 to 82. 25, is that right? 25 bucks? 68, 70, no, 15 bucks. Jumped up 15 bucks. Well, 15 bucks on a $68 stock is about 22%. It's like a 22% jump. Now it's coming back down again. Well, that's what they do. Ali, Coles, KSS, Coles. Ooh, what's going down there? Now, don't get me wrong. I got some Coles. I do. And I'm watching it. Okay? A year ago, we were at 12. We dropped down to 6. Shoot up to 26. Now we're back down to 15. Not quite the right time to jump into Coles. Okay? 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Keep your eye on it. As soon as it finds the bottom, turn around and go back up again. I love Coles. What do we have over here? Christian. Tanya, Butler, how you doing? Thor, Mark B. Monroe, what's happening? Frankie. You must have gotten crushed these past few days. Not me. I'm doing rather well. See, I don't trade like other people trade. I trade on a weekly basis. And the only thing I'm looking for is 1%. Simply, safely, predictably, and consistently. I don't take chances. I'm boring as hell when I trade. It's the same stocks over and over and over again. It's the same strategy over and over and over again. And no, was it Monroe? Yeah, no, I haven't lost anything this year. Ira, how you doing? Riley, what's going on? Cause, what's going on? Big Brain! Big Brain, I'm glad it's working out for you. I really am. ENB. Okay. We were at 43. We jumped up to 46, dropped to 40, back up to 46, back to 44, up to 50, back to 46, up to 47, back to 45. Now we're at 54. I'm still not going to invest in it. I don't like it. I don't do monthly options because at 54, what am I getting? Okay. 54, I'm getting 65 cents. 65 cents on a $55 stock is not 1%. And I got to hold it for 4 weeks? No. No, no, no. It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay? You do what you do. You like Enbridge, more power to you. Okay? It went up, it went down. It went up, it went down, 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 it went up. Now it's going to come back down again. That's what they do. And just because you bought it does not mean that there's going to be an exception. They go up until they're done. This thing went from 43 to 54. That's $22. $22 jump on a $44 stock. That's a 50% increase. What planet are you living on to think that a 50% increase, people aren't going to take profits? And when people take profits, the stock's going to drop. Terribly sorry, I know you like Enbridge. Because every time you're here, you ask me about it. And every time you're here, you ask me about it. I say the exact same thing. More power to you. You have fun. But you got a 50% increase. Okay? From the beginning of the year, from January to today, a 50% increase. Good for you. No, seriously, good for you. Okay? He would hate on Enbridge. He should have gotten in at 35, still gave 6% dividends. Okay, Big Brain, you can say whatever you want. Honestly. You know, I really, honestly, I am happy for you that Enbridge is working out for you. But yet, I tell you something, and yet you still don't listen. Okay? You like it, fine. You do it. I don't do monthlies. They just don't work for me. Buying it at 54, selling at 55, picking up 1% for a month does not thrill me at all. Okay? Diane, how are you doing today? Thank you. Mr. Ed, you got to jump on a new pony, Mr. Ed. Okay, you gave me your opinion. I appreciate your opinion. I really do. Okay? You do what you do, I'll do what I do. ENB dividends increased and it's been up 50% since I bought it up and it still hates it. Okay, let's take a look. ENB, Enbridge. See, big brain, I don't know how many times I got to show you this, okay? So let's take a look at all the dividends from Enbridge. Let's go back 20 years, okay? 20 years, are you ready? Here we go. 2006, February 13th. 12, 13, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, 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 higher, 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 lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, 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 lower, 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 higher, higher, lower, lower, higher, lower. Am I making my point, big brain? The dividends or the profits are not consistent with Enbridge. You like it, wonderful for you. Great. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, I'm happy that you are happy with Enbridge. And I'm going to tell you, every single time you come here, it's not consistent with its profits at all. So there's 10,961 companies. Enbridge is just a no for me. That's it. Okay? And I understand. You like it? Great. Awesome. But numbers don't lie. Okay? Lower, 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 higher, higher, lower, lower, higher, lower. Let's keep on going. 80 cent right there. Lower, lower, higher, higher, lower, lower, higher, higher, higher. Same. Higher, lower, low. Holy shit. Wait a second. It was at 52, then it went to 5. That's got to be an anomaly. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to say that's an anomaly. It doesn't really count. Okay? 55, 54, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. Now, see, I'm retired. So when I get a check for $1,000, awesome. I get a check for $1,000, awesome. I get a check for $800, now I'm not happy. Okay? Now, I want my profits to increase every single month. Well, I invest weekly, but you know what I mean. Enbridge is not consistently profitable. End of story. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. You must have gotten crushed. No, I did not. Drew, how you doing? Monroe, thank you for that. Arwin Key Yorkie. Okay. Tom Robinia. Interesting spelling there, Robinia. Pirate, Brian, DL. How you guys all doing? Nope. Nothing you guys want to look at? K-Van. Oh, John Bohay wants to take a look at RTX. RTX. No. I don't buy anything at the high. You know that. You've been here long enough. You know I don't buy anything at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense to me. Hayes, I tried cash secured puts on SPYI. SFOI. It's half down now. What is SFOI? SFOI. No, you didn't, because SFOI doesn't really exist. Was it SOFI? SOFI? That could have been it. Mighty Bargain, how are you today? User 2968056090662. Eric, how you doing, Eric? Eric wants to take a look at Macy's. I love Macy's. Unfortunately, Macy's is going to be a no until they find a bottom. It's going to keep on dropping until it's done. Ed E. Perez, what kind of TV is that? Okay, Ed, it's not a TV. It's an interactive whiteboard. Yeah, I can watch TV on it, but yeah. Ma Blanc, thank you. Aristocratic Financials, Boeing, BA. Okay, interesting. It's going to be a no today, but here we go. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at it. Down, up, down, up, down. It's actually coming down now from where the high was of the year. Okay, so here's the high of the year. She drops, retraces, drops again. It looks like it's going to be an awesome opportunity tomorrow, the next day, or the next day, or the next day. So if you really like Boeing, wait for the bounce and for it to go back up again. Because that's what they do. They go up until they're done. They come down, retrace, go back up again, and then they come back down until they're done. It's the same thing. All right, thanks, Boeing. We're looking at that one. All right, Steve Outen. Okay, CPK. What is that? CPK. Chesapeake Utilities. I don't do monthlies. Okay, Steve? March, April, June, September. Those are months of the year. Okay, now they only trade once a month, which means I can get what, 12 to 24% a year? No. Okay, I want 1% a week. That's 50% a year. Kathy, how are you today? You want to look at Tesla? I don't know why, TSLA. Tesla has no dividends. Here's the top, here's the bottom. She shoots up, now she's pulling back. It's going to find a bottom really quick. Okay? Here's the top, and here's your new bottom right there. So if you like Tesla, keep your eye on it. Once she turns around, goes back up. JJ Willis, I want to invest into money market. Oh, wait a minute. JJ Willis, I want to invest into the money maker. What stocks are looking good? I'm not quite sure that makes sense. I'm going to read it again slower, see if somebody else understands this. I want to invest into the money maker. What stock are looking good? Okay, doesn't really make much sense, but okay. Ooh, John Bohay, RTX. Did we look at RTX already? I think we did. Yeah, it was good. No. Here's the top, and she's dropping. Now, she's got a gap down right there. Let's zoom into that for a second. That's STX. That's Seagate. RTX. There it is. Yeah, I told you, I don't buy at the high. Yeah, no, sorry about that. What do we have here? CPK, we looked at that one. Mont Blanc, thank you. Kathy, we looked at Tesla. Jay Willis, don't know what that means. Leslie Ball, B-A-L-L, B-A... Ball Corp. Okay, I don't do monthlies. Who came up with this one? Who came up with Ball? Right there. All right, Leslie, check this out. March, April, May, June, August, September, December, January, March. Yeah, I don't do monthlies. They just don't work for me. The numbers are just too much of a pain in the butt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, how did I miss that one? Oh, right there, Stens. Stens wants to look at Costco. Now, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I don't do Costco. And the reason I don't do Costco, okay, however much money you think I have, think about it. However much money you think I have, there ain't no way I'm paying $1,000 a share for anything. It's not even worth my time to look at it. Yana, VRT. Interesting. Let's take a look at this. Okay, we got a gap right here, which means this baby's going to come down, and the high was last week. Okay, she went up, now she's coming back down again. And this gap right here doesn't help at all. Sorry. Leslie, we already looked at Ball. Carol, are you on a daily time frame? Why would I be on a daily time frame, Carol? I look at the 1-year chart to see how the stock is moving throughout the year. I then move to a a 3-month chart or 90 days to give me some kind of idea. Hold on, let me show you this. Okay, this is the 1-year chart. Okay, it basically tells me where is the low of the year back in April, where's the high of the year last week, what is the momentum? Basically up. It's great momentum, right? Now, that just gives me the high, the low, and where is it? That's what it looks like. That's the 1 year. Then I jump to the 90-day, the last 3 months. That would be right about there, about. And then we'll look at the same thing. The high, the low, where was it, where is it? Look at the momentum. It's up, now it's down. It's easier to see. What else am I looking at the last 90 days, 3 months? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. There's a pattern there. So you take a look at the pattern. Every 2 or 3 weeks, it goes up, it goes down. Now let's jump into the last 30 days, because the last 30 days is going to give me a good idea of where it's going next. 30 days. Here's the high, here's the low. Here's where it was, here's where it is. Down, up, down, up, down. So daily doesn't do me any good whatsoever because I'm not a daily trader. I trade on a weekly basis. Means I buy all my stuff on a Monday, I sell all my options on a Monday, and I like them to expire on a Friday. So it's 1 week at a time. So what's a good dividend stock? Daniel Coffee. You got a pen and paper handy? Here it comes. You ready? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. That's 5 lists right there, and that will give you about 350 different companies to choose from. They're all increasing their profits for a bare minimum of 10 years. 10 to 24 years of the dividend contenders. Okay. What do we have? What happens? Okay, Monroe Jack wants to know what happens when a stock drops 10 points. Hold that thought for a second. Do you mean like this? Goes from 200 to 150? That's a $50 drop. 200 to 150, 200 to 150 is a 25% drop. 25% drop. Hold on. You mean like this? 295 to 235? That's a $60 drop. You mean like this? From $30 to 23? 25% drop. Hold on, I got some more. $560 to $380. That's I don't even know, $180. Wait a minute. 560, that's 180, 120. $120 drop. What gives you the idea that stocks do anything other than, hold on, you don't like this one, other than going down, going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going down, going up? What makes you think stocks are going to do anything other than go up and then go down? That's all they do. They go up until they're done, and then they go down until they're done. What your job is to make sure you pick a good company. Never sell it at a loss. Make sure it's consistently profitable. Because regardless, if you got it here at 560 or you bought it here at 380, you still have the same amount of shares. You still have the same amount of contracts. You still have the same amount of dividends. So if I buy 1,000 shares at 560 and you buy 1,000 shares at 380, who's getting more in dividends? Neither one. We both have 1,000 shares. So whether I bought it at 560 and you bought it at 360, doesn't matter. Okay, I get the exact same amount of dividends as you get. And guess what else I get? Okay, if I have 1,000 shares at 560 and you got 1,000 shares at 380, guess what? I can sell 10 contracts out of the money. Whoops. If I have 1,000 shares, it doesn't matter what I paid for it. I could pay $1 for them, or I could pay $1,000 for them. 10 contracts is 10 contracts. So 10 contracts. Let's get rid of this. Okay, at the money, 10 contracts would give me over $1,000. That's at the money. Out of the money, I can go all the way up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and pick up $350. Okay, what I'm looking for is a good quality company that increases its profits year after year, which means the dividend gets higher and higher and higher. And it has weekly option, allowing me to sell an option every single week. Now, I don't put all my money into one company. I get 3, 4, 5, 6 different companies. I get a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. And that gives me my 1% every week. I might make a 0.5% here. I might make 2 or 3% on something else. It's a numbers game. So when it drops, they all drop. Okay? No matter what stock you come up with, there's not a single stock I've ever seen that didn't drop at one point in time, because they all do. Hope that answered your question, Monroe. Okay, Metric Sparrow, CRML. What the heck is that? Never a good sign when I have to set critical metals. Okay, now I'm going to say no to this one only because this thing was like $1 last year. So it goes from $1 to 32, back to 7, back to 22, now it's at 9. It was $1 last year. If it was $1 last year, what makes me think that this thing has 20 years of increased profits? Terribly sorry, just no. Kina, SoFi is a big fat no. I know they're ramming it down your throat because they're saying buy, 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 because it's on TV all the time. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, this is great. It has no dividends. They don't share their profits. Miguel, GLW. Isn't that Corning? GLW. Corning, yeah, okay. No, I don't buy at the high of the year. And yes, I know that Corning's been in business for a long time, and yes, they are consistently profitable. So yeah, I would. But, Miguel, I don't buy at the high. Okay? I like to buy, on the way up. Miguel, thank you for that. Brandon, Verizon, VZ. Hell no, dude. Take a look at this. Okay? 30 days ago, this thing's at 40. Now it jumped up 25%. That is a 25% increase. Do you seriously think they're not going to take profits? More than likely they're going to. Jim Brown. Ooh, Hall of Fame football player. Jim Brown. Great info. Morgan Stanley. Okay. Morgan Stanley. No. Okay, the high was last week. Okay, she was at 90, shoots up to 190. That's a 100% increase. Now she's dropping down. Big brain, what do you think of that one? That's a 100% increase. Miguel, BlackRock, Taz. BlackRock is monthlies. No, thank you. Who was that? Z Stenic? Vail. Didn't we look at Vail a little while ago? We did. And we said no to Vail because of this right here. Okay, here's the high. It has a big gap down right there. This baby's going to keep dropping until it finds the bottom. Once it finds the bottom, right here, look. I'll zoom into it a little bit better. Okay, here's the top right there last week. Wait till the bottom shows up before you jump in. Tonka Tom. Wait a second. Hardin wants to take a look at ExxonMobil. No. Okay, I don't buy anything at the high of the year. Yeah, no, thank you. Cause and Nostra in the house. Cause, what's happening? Mr. Kramer, Cosmo Kramer, Mara, M-A-R-A. Well, that looked kind of good, but a little disappointing right there. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, down, up. What happened right there? Let's zoom in. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, retracement. Now she's coming back down again. We missed it by a week. Well, I didn't actually have Mara. Okay, a week ago. Not today. Stone Fury. Hey, James, glad to see you're still doing what you love. Thank you, Mr. Stone Fury. Miguel, we looked at that one. GLW. Hyperview on Blast. SNA. What the heck is that? SNA. Snap on. I don't do monthlies. Okay, Hyper. March, April, May, June, September. I don't do monthlies, and this thing's at the high of the year. Yeah, no, thank you. Okay, Bry Guy. We already looked at Ball Corp a little while ago. Aaron, IBM. That looks good. Aaron, check this out. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at it. Down, up, down, up, down, up. It's definitely going up right there. Let's zoom into that and see what it looks like. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up. Look at all that space right there. IBM 245. The 245s are going for 625. That's close to 3%. Let's check it out. Okay. Covered call. The 245s right there. One contract. And here we go. You ready? Buy one covered call, IBM, 13 March. The 245 call option, 830 is the profit, 23 is the investment. What rate of return is that? Calculator, 830. We're going to divide it by the investment, which is 23,670, and that gives us a grand total of 3.5. Aaron, that's a good one. 3.5 for 1 week. I'm going to save that one. 3.5. Why the hell not? $3.5 for IBM. That's just for 1 week. There it is. There she is. IBM, 13 March, 245 call option, 830 is the profit, 23,000 is the investment for a 3.5% for 1 week. Now let's do some simple math. 1% a week, 50% a year. 2% a week, over 100% a year. What do you think 3.5% a week is going to be? All right, we got some questions over here. All right, good evening. How you guys doing over there? All right, so Aaron, I like IBM, I do. $3.5. We got 2 more to go. Two more. What do we got? GL we already looked at it. NSA, we already looked at VALS. Okay, VALS is nothing. Vail, we looked at. We already looked at Ball Corp. Tonka Tom wants to take a look at Ford. Ford. Now, I think Ford might be out of range at the moment. Let's find out. Well, unfortunately, check that out, Tonka Tom. Here's the top right there. She's dropping like a rock. Now, I don't buy anything as it's dropping. Wait until the bottom solidifies, then jump in if you like Ford. Now, I love Ford. I do. Doug Fryer. Oi, mate. How's it going down under, eh? Just thought I'd give you a little one. How's it going there, Mr. Doug? Okay. Zona Sestric. Vale, we already looked at it. Mike, Miguel, GLW, already looked at it. Gotcha, boss. Costco would be great with a split. Yeah, if it's split like 10-1 or 20-1 or 100-1. Okay, think about it. How many people can really afford $1,000 a share? Think about it. All right, I've been avoiding you. Sorry, Wingnut. Let's take a look at PNR. Pentair. No. You waited all that time for a no. You know why it's a no? Because I don't do monthlies. March, April, May, August, January. Those are months of the year, which means I can only do it once a month. So, no, I don't do monthlies. Not that I don't like the stock. It's got nothing to do with the stock whatsoever. Here's what we're looking at. You ready? You ready, Wingnut? 108 drops to 93. Shoots up to 103. Drops to 99. Shoots up to 104. Drops to 95. That right there is 30 days. Now tell me, where do you think it's going to be the next 30 days? Okay. What are they offering at 97? Okay, the 97 is going for $1.35. That's 1.5% for a month, which is 4 weeks. 1.5% for 4 weeks. No, I don't do monthlies. They just don't pay the same. And how the hell are you going to figure out where it's going to be in 1 month? I just don't do monthlies. Sorry. Michael Corey, 3M. Well, now, I would say yes to 3M if this is the new bottom right here. But we don't know. Okay? We were here 30 days ago, 150. We shot up to 177. Big jump like that. Going to have your profit taking. Now we're at 158. So as soon as this finds the bottom, turns around, that's when I'll jump at 3M. And I'm going to put 3M on the list for next week, because that's going to show up one of these days. Next. What does that space mean that it jumped too fast? It's called a gap up or a gap down. Anytime there's a big space between the days, okay, each day, they almost touch each other. But when there's a big gap, it's called a gap up or a gap down. When they're really big, they call them black swans. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Miguel. Are you on YouTube? Yes. I think I have 3 channels on YouTube. Uh-oh, AVGO. I like AVGO. Uh-oh, wow, we missed some over here. See, we looked at that one. We looked at that one. FLNC. Metric Sparrow, FLNC. What's that, Florida, North Carolina? No, I don't do monthlies. Thank you, John Bahay. Hugo Boss, River, USDT. Yeah, thank you. Chris Cohen, WPM. What is that? WPM. Wheaton Precious Metals. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't mind, but the high of the year was yesterday. This gap down means this baby's dropping. Sorry. Break Time Sports, DKS. Isn't that Dick's Sporting Goods? It is, Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know what's so appealing about this, but look, she's coming down, and it's a monthly. No and no. Sorry. Trading Trader, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. AMD. Still coming down. Look at that. 30 days ago, was your high. Now we're at the bottom of the year. It went from 270 to 190. That's an $80 drop. That's almost 25%. If you really like it, wait for the bottom to show up. I'm going to put AMD on the list for next week. Uh-oh, Alibaba. Frank, no. Alibaba has only been paying dividends for 2 years. Christ Isabor. What's happening, Christo Isabor? Frank Z, AVGO. Isn't that, hold on. AVGO. Broadcom? AVGO? Broadcom, okay. Broadcom's going sideways. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. Not that good. Yeah, up, down, down. Yeah, keep your eye on it if you really like it. SCHG, hell no. Rabid Goose. SCHD, dude, take a look at the numbers. They're horrible. Brandon, where I looked at Verizon. Hardin, Marvel, MRVL. It's going to be a no also. Going nowhere. Okay? Up, down, up, sideways. Not really going anywhere. Doesn't really thrill me. All right. Amazon. Okay, break time sports. We saw that one. Metric Sparrow, NFE. What the heck is NFE? NFE. New Fortress Energy. Hell no. Are on YouTube. Yes, we are. I. That's it. EY. I. Okay. Looks like General Motors. I love General Motors. I do. But not this week. Take a look at that. The high of the year, now she's dropping. If you really like it, wait for the bottom. I'm going to write this one down for next week. I love GM. S&P, hell no. Wayne D5, take a look at the profits on the S&P. No. Where on YouTube do you teach this? The 10-Minute Trader. See, funny thing is, you're on the 10-Minute Trader on TikTok. Well, the 10-Minute Trader on YouTube is basically the exact same thing. Paracata. Hi, any advice on Ruby? Ruby, never heard of it. RUBI. Rubicon, hell no. Any stock that is $1, I find it very challenging to believe it has 2 decades of profits, which is what I'm looking for. No, thank you. Paracade, thank you. Len Busy, what's going on? Paracade, you only need to ask the question once. I can read perfectly fine. Ryan, thank you for that. Michelle Kirby, thank you. Nice to see you again, Michelle Kirby. I've seen you here before. Christo, hello, James. I'm trying not to miss your daily streams because it's so much fun and educating. Alrighty then. What stock gives 3% a week? No, Stuart, I did not say 3% a week. I said 3% this week. Okay? Don't misquote me because you're thinking you might get me in trouble. Okay? I said 3.5% this week. Doesn't mean it gave 3% last week or it's going to give 3% next week. It's 3% this week. Okay? It might change next week. But this week, 3.4%. Oh, was it 3.5? I forget. Crypto Tribe, how are you today? Miguel Costo. Okay, Miguel, you really got to stop asking me about GLW. Okay, you asked me about 12 times. It was a no the first time. It's not going to change the more you ask it. Brandon, we already looked at Verizon a little while ago. What do you do if the trade went against you? It always does. Okay, JPB Web 1. Okay, you ready? JPB. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Stocks do two things and only two things. They go up until they're done, and then they go down until they're done. And it's a repeatable pattern. Look. Okay, down, up, 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 down, up. We can pick another one. IBM. Whoops. Same thing. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You're looking for something that doesn't exist. Okay? You're looking for a stock that goes up and never comes down. It doesn't work that way. Stocks go up until they're done. Then they come down. And then they go up until they're done. And then they come down. That's all they do. They go up. They go down. They go up. They go down. What I'm looking for specifically is a good company that is consistently profitable. IBM is one of them on my list. Now, I will not buy IBM as it's dropping, 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 dropping. I will wait for it to hit the bottom. The bottom right here on the 23rd. I will wait 2 days to go up. The 24th and the 25th, 2 days to the upside. On the third day, I will jump in. So I'm not going to say I pick bottoms because I don't. And I'm not going to say I pick the tops because I don't. I like a stock when it drops off of a 30-day top down to a 30-day bottom, finds the bottom, 2 days to the upside. On the third day, I will jump in. Now, you can go take a look at my videos on YouTube. Just to let you know, there's 1,700 and change videos. 1,700 videos. And no, they are not AI. There's me standing in front of the computer for the last 15 years almost every single day. Yeah, 1,700 videos. You'll hear me saying the exact same thing. Hits a 30-day top, 30-day bottom. 2 days up. On the third day, I'll jump in. I don't change just because the chart looks better. I say the same things every single day. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. It never changes. It's always the same. Same stocks, same patterns, up, down, blah, 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 blah. Same thing. So when you say what happens when trade goes against you, what you're missing is I jump in on a Monday. I sell a covered call that expires in 5 days. So every single trade I do is a 5-day trade. And if it goes against me, I will roll it into the next week and I will do it again. And then I'll do it again. And then I'll do it again. And I will keep on doing it until it hits my target. I get 5 simple rules. Rule number 1, never buy anything you do not want to hold long term or you don't understand. If you don't understand it, you don't want to hold on to it, don't buy it. That's a simple rule. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. That's my rule. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Now, the stock market's been around for 400 years, 424 years to be exact, but 400 years. I'm only looking for 2 decades. That's 20 years of consistent profits. Not up, down, none of that crap. That means they make more money this year than they did last year. They made more money last year than they did the year before. They made more money the year before than they did the year before, so on and so on and so on for 2 decades. That's what I'm looking for. And they're there. There's over 300 of them. Those are the only ones that I like. What do we have? Stuart, thank you. Okay. Oh, we're done with those. La 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 la. Okay, keep going, keep going. How do you determine good premiums? Tonka Tom. Good question, Tonka Tom. You ready? Check this out. If the stock price is $245, Tom, I'm looking for 1% on a weekly basis. So if I buy IBM at $245, I'm going to sell it at $245, bring in $625 because I bought it at $245, so I'm going to sell it at $245, and I'm going to collect that premium right there. Is the premium more than 1%? Well, let's find out. What is 1% of 245? Anyone? 1%, 245. What is it? It's 245. 1% of 245 is 245. $245. 1% is $2.45. What is the premium that they're paying? $625. Oh, that's more than $245. That's more than 1%. Let's take a look. Wait a minute. We already did IBM. Okay? So, Tom, how do I determine a good premium? If I'm paying $245, I want a bare minimum of $245. Market makers offering $625. That's more than $245. It's at least 2.5%, maybe 3%. So yeah, that's a good premium in my opinion. Daniel Hunter, what stock has the highest share cost? Don't know, don't care. Sorry to be so blunt, Mr. Daniel, but I don't buy anything over $400 or $500. I usually stop around $250, $300. Like Microsoft is usually like the top I'll go. Yana Del Rey, does ANET have dividends? What the heck is ANET? ANET. A-N-E-T. ANET. There are no dividends for ANET. Sorry, no. Johnny Ringo, didn't we look at VG a little earlier? I think we did. VG. Venture Global. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a good company, I do. I never heard of them. But look at this. Sideways, big gap up, big jump up. Look at the volume. The volume's almost 4 or 5 times the average volume. So no, VG, no. I don't buy anything at the high. Do puts on it. Thank you, JP Webb. Yeah, you could. I don't do puts that way. Ali, American Airlines. Uh-oh. Now take a look at American Airlines. Here's the high. She drops. Retraces, drops. Retraces, drops. 1 gap up, 1 gap down, 2 gap down. Yeah, that baby's going to shoot around, turn around once it finds its bottom. Okay, we have a new 30-day bottom today. So what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day? We're looking for the bottom. Fab, we looked at Boeing a little while ago. Do puts on that too. Thank you, Jay Webb. DraftKings, DRFK. Wait a minute. DKNG. I was right, DKNG. Okay. Ooh, look at that. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look, down, up, down, up, down, up. There's a gap down here. It's already filled, but look at this. That's a nice move right there. If you like DraftKings. Okay, well, let's take a look at DraftKings. We looked at this one the other day. Stocks go sideways too. Thank you, Cotton Express. Now, Cotton Express, they don't really go sideways, okay? They go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And it looks like they go sideways, but they really don't, okay? Okay, up, down, up, down. So look at this. Big gap down, up, down. Now she's going up again. 24.45 to 24.50, 90 cents. That's over 3%. But we did DraftKings last night, Terry. We did DraftKings last night. 24.50. There it is. 1 contract. Here we go. Buy one covered call, DraftKings, 13 March, next Friday, 24.50 call option. 101's the profit, 2,300 is the investment. Let's see the rate of return on this one. Profit, 101, divided by the investment, 2, 3, 4, 9, grand total of 4.2. 4.2 for DraftKings. So let's save this one. DraftKings, 4.2. Oh, it means we only have 4. We need one more. There she is. DraftKings, 13 March, 24.50. $24.50 call option. 101's the profit. 2,300 is the investment. For what was it again? 4 point what? 4.3. 4.3% for 1 week. If you like DraftKings. One more. Who's got Nokia? Miguel, let's take a look at Nokia. N-O-K. Is that okay? No, it's N-O-K. N-O-K. Hell no. Look at that, Miguel. We don't buy anything at the high. No, and no. Interesting finds, 245. Thank you. Uh-oh, Daniel Hunter, thank you. Okay, user 2267021790035. I'm going to call you Peter. Okay? Peter wants to take a look at BITO, B-I-T-O. Okay. It's going sideways. No rhyme, no reason. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, just going sideways. It's not really going sideways, but it looks like it does. See, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It looks like it's going sideways, but it's not. J Kidd and the... Okay, I'm going to read this slow because it doesn't make sense. And the U roll on Friday night or wait until Monday. And if Monday, what is your stock has a gap? Okay, so J Kidd, you got one minor flaw in your thinking. Here's your minor flaw in your thinking, okay? I do weekly options. Weekly options, which means I buy the stock on a Monday and I sell the option on a Monday that it expires on Friday. So when Friday comes, I either got to roll it on Friday into the next week because it expires. So I will roll it then. I'm always asking the same question. What did I buy? What did I sell? Where's it at? Where's it going? What should I do? I saw someone bought a ton of Adobe ink. Why would they? ADB, I think it is. ADBE. No. ADBE. There it goes, Adobe. I was right, ADBE. So why did somebody buy a bunch of Adobe? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? This is what could have happened, Daniel. A year ago, it was at $460. $460. Last week, it was at $242. That's a big drop. Maybe they think it's going to go back up again. That's probably why they bought a whole bunch. Okay, we already looked at BITO. Cotton Express, y'all heard him. He said sideways, stocks go sideways. No, Cotton Express, they don't go sideways. It only looks as if they go sideways. Abu Saad, what happens if your strike price is hit? I sell it, let it go, and move on to the next company. How do you choose a strike price? Interesting finds. You see this right here? This is the current stock price. $270.99. The closest strike price is going to be $270. That's it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. What am I buying it for? Selling it for the exact same or as close as I can get to it. $270.99, that's $271. There is no $271, but there's a $270 and a $272. I can do either one of them. Doesn't matter to me. But I would prefer to do the one that's less money because it's a safer trade. I have DraftKings for this week, 23.50 strike, made $83. Nice going, Eric. Abundance Overflow, Bito, Ola, Q-U-R-E. What the hell is Q-U-R-E? It's a no is what it is. Thank you there, Mr. Daniel. If it looks, then they do. Thank you. Ha ha ha. All right, Cotton, I'm going to let you have it because I just have no desire to argue with you. Okay, Mary Martin, XRP doesn't have any dividends. Why is it a no? Oh, okay. User 2267020179-053. Why is it a no? March, April, July, October, January. I don't do monthly. Just not worth my time and effort. Nope. Okay? It's very challenging to figure out where a stock's going to go in 30 days. I'll give you a perfect example. Are you ready? 30 days ago, we're at 29. We drop to 25. We shoot up to 28. We drop to 20. We shoot up to 25. We drop to 23. We shoot up to 25. We drop to 903. Great. Now tell me, where's it going to be in 30 days? Okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, what are they paying? The $9 option is going for 60 cents. Well, that's a big one. Holy cow. That's over 6%. Might be worth doing it, but I have no idea who this company is. I never buy something I have no idea. Remember rule 1? Never buy something you don't know, or you don't understand, you don't want to hold on to. I have no idea who this company is. So for the fun of it, let's go to Yahoo Finance, financial website, to find out more details on this company. It's a pharmaceutical company. Great. Q-U-R-E. Q-U-R-E. Let's see how often they've increased their dividends. Oh, imagine that. There are no dividends. So how do we tell if this company is profitable? Well, let's go to statistics and see what that says. Okay, 240 million, 860 million, to 5, wait a minute, goes from 240 to 860. That's good. But it goes from 860 to 570. That's not good. 570 to 760. That's good. Then it goes from 760 to 3.6 billion. Why the big jump? That's going to make me question why the big jump. Hold on. Okay, so revenue per share, 29 cents. It's got a 29-cent revenue per share. Okay, what's the book value? What is this thing actually worth? $3.68. Okay, it says $8.69. It's got no dividends. Levered free cash flow, negative 75 million. Operating cash flow, negative 153 million. Total debt to equity, 237% debt to equity. Hell no. Do you even look at these numbers? No, Helen, FSLR. Miguel, sit tight, FSLR. That sounds familiar. FSLR. First Solar. Okay. Explain to me, First Solar, here's the top, 190, sorry, 290, and drops to 190. It lost $100. Miguel, it dropped $100. Got a big gap right there. The 197s are going for 745. All right, let's check it out. This will be number 5 for the day. We'll call it a day. 199. I'm going to do the 200s. 200s are right there. One contract. Here we go. Buy one covered call, FSLR, 13 March. That's next Friday. The $200 call option. $904 is the profit. $19,000 is the investment. What kind of rate of return is that? Common for pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, it may be common, but I ain't putting my money into it. I only put my money into companies that are consistently profitable and have at least 2 decades of verifiable historical performance. Yeah, I don't do pharmaceutical companies that aren't 20 years old. All right, let's find this one out. 904 is the profit. We're going to divide that by the investment, 19,096. That comes to a grand total of 4.7. 4.7. Okay. That's number 5 for the day. We are done. $4.7. Okay. Where is it? There it is. One covered call, FSLR, First Solar, 13 March, the $200 call option. Well, it's paying $904 with a $19,000 investment. That's 4.7% for 1 week. If you like it. We're past 11 o'clock. Gifting suspended and live visibility restricted. This behavior is not in line with our policies. Gifting is suspended in this live for 10 minutes. Reason: inorganic gift solicitation. Learn more in live monetization guidelines. Additionally, this live is restricted in recommendations and search results for this period. Learn more. See, I don't know why they do that. I've been doing this for 3 years and only once in a while. Notice is unclear. Okay. And that's the first time that's ever happened. See, I got 2 TikTok channels, and I'm saying the exact same words. Okay? So why did, never mind. Okay, we're past 11 o'clock. We're going to call it a night. And you guys are going to do this all over again tomorrow night. I'm here every single night, 9 p.m. until 11. So it's a little past 11. I'm done for the day. Let's see what kind of questions I have before I take off. Billy, I love Delta Airlines. I do. We'll have to worry about it next time. QXO, never heard of it. Mary, XRP, no. Sorry. No dividends, no thank you, and they're not 20 years old. Same thing, Fernando. Coinbase, not 20 years old. Ooh, Mandalese, I like that one. Frederick, I do. Eddie, how do you manage risk with weeklies? Here's the thing, Eddie. Number 1, I never buy anything I don't want to own long term. Number 2, I strategically pick what covered call I want to sell. If I buy IBM at $100, I'm going to sell IBM at $100. Stocks go up, stocks go down. If it hits, boom, see you later. Get paid faster, American Express, love it. Mike, Fence, never heard of it. Miguel, yes, you're welcome. How do you manage risk with weeklies? I just told you, okay? Never do something, Eddie, that you don't understand. If you don't understand it, don't do it. Keep coming back, keep asking questions. Your answers will get answered. Your questions will get answered. Okay. Pitt, ROG, take a look at it tomorrow. Christo, thank you. You're welcome. Miguel, thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Felamax, okay, thank you. David G, good evening. Mike Makovic, okay, thank you. How do you manage risk on weeklies? Eddie, I answered that question 3 times for you. What do we have down here? 3M, Michael Corey. We looked at 3M already. KMB, Kimberly Clark. I like that one. Abu Saad, thank you. You're welcome. Emmanuel, hello. Thank you there, Mike. Looks good. Yep. Visa does. Okay. Amazon, Mike. Okay. All right. Michael Harness. Great show tonight. I'm 61 and have $5,000 in Tesla and $10,000 in Vanguard. What else should I invest in? See, Michael, I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what your risk factors are. I have no idea what your goals are, so I can't in good conscience give you any tips whatsoever. If you want to have a conversation, go to the website, book a call. We'll have a conversation. I promise I won't try to sell you anything. We'll just have a conversation. I like to hear what people are looking at and what they're doing. The one, thank you. Michael Harness. I also have 5,000 in Stash app. Never heard of it. Wingnut. Pentair. We looked at it already. Do you trade during earnings? Of course I do. Vigilante. Would you sell Target now after such a good start of the year? I'll have to take a look at it later. Everett. Thank you, Everett. Wano Libtard. Okay. Hi, what do you think about American Airlines for slow-moving crash? Okay. I'll have to look at it next time. Not another monthly. Yeah, I feel the same way. No, monthlies. Yep, I hear you. What mobile app would you recommend for trading on the go? Now, see, I can't answer that question because I've only looked at 2 of them. I looked at Thinkorswim mobile app, didn't like it, too congested. However, Robinhood mobile app, simple, easy. I can stop off at a traffic light, hit a couple of buttons and make a few bucks at a traffic light. Do it all the time. Michael Corey, thank you. Good night. Our Toronto, how are you tonight? I'm wonderful. Any thoughts on SoFi? Yeah, I don't like it. They're not consistently profitable, and I don't think they pay dividends. So no. Do you think that the sell-off is over or more to come? Okay, our Toronto, it always going to depend on how you feel. What's you driving nowadays? What am I driving nowadays? A 44-foot yacht. How's that? Possible S&P 500 inclusion. I don't do the S&P 500. Sorry. It's just not consistently profitable. And whether or not the sell-off is done or over with, don't know. Okay, we're coming into, we always are. Okay, the stock market goes up, there's a crash coming. There always is. Always. Always a crash right around the corner. Just, heck yeah, that's a big boat. No, that's a little too small for me. I want something a little bit bigger. Trade at the traffic light, hell yeah. Yeah, I've done that many times. Okay, many times. I'll come to traffic light, sit there, boom, 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 boom. There you go. What stock picks for today? Hold on a second. Oh, wait a second. I didn't get rid of this one. This one was 4.7, wasn't it? I forget what this one was. 4.7, yeah. 4.7. There you go. FSLR, DraftKings, IBM, Walmart, and Harley-Davidson. That's what we came up with today. They're not tips. They're not recommendations. They are observations is what they are. What else do we have? Okay, no, I don't do S&P 500. If you take a look at the numbers, it's not profitable. Not consistently anyway. Oh, I think we're done. Chris Cahan, I'm the guy behind you at the green light beeping. Yep, you probably are. Did you also notice when I give you one of these? All right, so that's it for the day. We answered all the questions done, over with. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And guess what? We're going to do this exact same thing all over again. Danny, can you adjust the screen or lights if possible? How's that? I don't like that light's too bright in front of my face. Glad I found your page. Len, I'm here every single night. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I take Friday nights off and I take Saturday nights off. But 2 or 3 hours every single day. You guys have a great day, and we'll do this all over again tomorrow, mañana, because the sun will come out tomorrow. Wipe away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. Just thinking about tomorrow.